Senior, class of 2019, baby. Class of 2023, coming soon.
Why you do me like Joanna? Joanna. Why you do me like Joanna?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Jo, and I'm back with another video. So today, I'll be talking to you guys all about my official college decision. Honestly, if you have me on Instagram, or Snapchat, or Twitter, you should know this by now. But you know, this video is just for YouTube, for my people who just don't have me on Instagram, Snapchat, or Twitter. If you don't have me on any of those, you should at the Jo Georges, TheJLGELRGES. Follow me, add me, do what you gotta do to have me. Anyway, y'all, so if you didn't know, which honestly is a valid reason because I'm not the center of your life. I should be, but I'm not. But it's okay. I am going to Kent State University in fall 2019. And if you don't know where that is, it is in Kent, Ohio. It is 6 hours and 30 minutes about away from me. On a plane, it's like an hour and 40 minutes away from where I live in New Jersey. Majoring in fashion merchandising. And I would like to add entrepreneurship so I can double major in them both. And then I'm required to have a minor. So I'm going to have 2 minors I'm really interested in. Leadership and fashion media. I haven't officially added the other majors and minors to my to me going to school. I have to do that during orientation, and I don't go to orientation until June 14th. Y'all, Kent was my #1 school. I was obviously gonna go to Kent. Like that, there was without a doubt that if I got in, I was going to Kent. I mean, yeah, I waited for the financial aid pack. Yeah, you know, I try to make a pro-con list or whatever, but the pro was Kent. The con was that the college was not Kent State. I visited in August, as you guys know. That was the only college I visited too. Also, which I think might be low-key bad, but hey. Some adults in my life are like, yo, why are you going there? It's so far away. You couldn't go somewhere in New Jersey. And it's like, no, I don't want to stay in New Jersey. I never have wanted to stay in New Jersey. At least not for college. Never. Will I come back? Probably not. Maybe for like winter break, spring breaks, Christmas, Thanksgiving, stuff like that. But honestly, it was never in my plan in life to stay in New Jersey for college. I wanted to go out into the world and like have my own college education and realize how to be an adult. But the great thing about college is that you can be an adult, but you're not a complete adult because the college provides food for you, dorm, like living spaces, and just everything that you ever would actually need to be an adult, because they have like cable and Wi-Fi and just all those things. I mean, yeah, you still gotta pay them, but it's not as suffocating as like actually leaving at 18, going to an apartment and having to pay all those bills and expenses and take care of yourself by yourself. Like, there's still people who will help and support you at college. I'd say it was just a great choice for my future because their program is amazing. In fashion merchandising, they're #4 in the US, so that was a great fit for me. And also, they're a real college. Not like that. Like, all colleges are real colleges, but they're not like a specific art or fashion college. And if you guys know me, you guys know I do a whole bunch of things in school, like student government. I used to do dance, marching band, cheer, DECA. I do a whole bunch of clubs activities that aren't really always fashion or business related. So I would like to also have like that type of environment for myself, you know. And it just has and they have a whole bunch of student activities. Basically, their food is just really good, and their safety is really good. Like, they're one of the safest campuses, so that's also really good. And their dorms are nice. The dorm I want, which has the bathroom, I hope I get it, because I really can't share a bathroom with more than 2 or 4 people. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the admission process, like the whole entire shebang. So first, I started looking for colleges in sophomore year during driver's ed. I don't know, I was so ready to have my future planned and start planning that all out and having everything ready for that, to know what classes I need to take, to know what scores I need to get on my SAT, ACTs, and just all of that entire process. So like beginning of sophomore year during driver's ed, I was looking up colleges, what colleges I wanted to. I was doing all these college searches on the College Board's Big Future website, because they have this whole college search thing, and Kent was one of those options. And so Kent was on my list, and a whole bunch of other colleges that aren't on my list now. Were on my list now. Were on there. And then because of that, I kept looking at colleges, kept looking at their requirements, kept looking at what classes I did and didn't, what class I did and didn't have to take, what my grades had to be to get a certain amount of scholarships or everything. So by looking at that sophomore year, that really helped me to be able to actually like work up myself to get into the colleges I wanted to get into and have to be able to get the scholarships based on like my grades and GPA and like get into other things. And then also with my college list, like deciding what colleges I wanted to have, I was changing that list up until, like, so I started, the beginning of sophomore year. I was changing that list up until August of 2018, which is, like, right before senior year started, right before I actually had to start applying for the Common App. Because honestly, I believe you can change your college list and what colleges you do and don't have on your list as many times as you want, as long as you stop and then have a finalized list during a reasonable time. I took my first SAT December of my junior year, so that was December 2017, and I didn't do so well because honestly, I had I think I mentioned this in my junior reflection video or one of my junior tips video, or whatever, that I was in the drama, I was in the play that weekend, so I had a show that night, and then I had the SAT that morning. I had to wake up really early. I was honestly super tired. And in the past, when my school made us take the PSAT, I never did well on them. I also usually fell asleep during them, so I guess that should have taught me that I was going to fall asleep during the SAT, so I did. I got an 1140, which isn't completely bad, but like I hated the score that I got, only because it's like I have all these AP classes. I'm a really smart person. My GPA is really high. It's like out of 100, it's like a 95 or what. It's like a 98 or whatever. And here I am, I got 1140 on the SAT, trying and kind of studying and just being very determined. Like, even though I fell asleep, but then again, when you're tired, you're tired. You can't do anything to fight that. So that kind of made me really upset. But the good thing is I already had the ACT book to do in April. So, because I just got both my fee waivers and I just applied to take them both. I gave myself a significant amount of time in between them because I heard that how you study for the SAT is not how you study for the ACT. Because yes, while they're both standardized college tests, they're not the same standardized college tests. There's different things and techniques you have to know. So I took the ACT in April, and on that one I got a 26, which I was really, really happy about. But my goal was a 27 or a 28, because if I had gotten a 27, then I would be in the Kent State Honors College, because their minimum is a 27 ACT and like a 1280 or 13 something SAT to be in their honors college. So I was like, okay, I did really well. That was really good considering, because the ACT, if you don't know, is out of 36. I'm like, okay, I'm 10 points away from like having a perfect score, and it's really good. It's not a bad score, and it's like it's more true to my skills and everything. And then I took the ACT again for me hoping to try to get a bigger and higher score in July, but then I just got a 25, only because the average of my scores ended up being a 25, but my scores were still basically the same. Like my reading and math and science scores were all around the same as the first time, which were in like the 24s, 25s, 26, 27s for all of those things. So the average the first time ended up being a 26, the average second time ended up being 25, and I was like, you know what? It's very going to be impossible to me to raise it up a point, because raising your score up a point on the ACT is like raising your score up by 100 to 200 points on the SAT. It's not hard. I mean, no, it is hard. It's very hard to do, but it's kind of doable if you study hard enough and drastically change your study techniques. But also, if you guys didn't know, there's only a certain percentage that you should be able to jump when studying for these things. So I was like, okay, I did the best I could. Probably won't get a higher score, a better score. So I'm just gonna be happy with what I get. And I told myself that the honors college just isn't everything. Now for this whole entire Common App process, I started looking at the essays before the actual Common App opened, because I looked online to see if they would tell you in advance, and the essays are usually the same every year, and it already did tell you what the essays were on the Common App like website or whatever. They announced that it was going to be the same essays, so you can kind of start preparing. So through that, before August 1st, I started preparing for like writing my essay, I started looking at any old essays I did over the past years, if I could use those and like just edit them and create them and revamp them for my college essay. So I started working on that. And then August 1st came, and then I added all the colleges to my Common App, which were Kent State, Drexel, and University of Delaware. So I added all those to my Common App. And then throughout August and early September, throughout like August, I started filling out the Common App. Like I wrote my essay, and then I wrote the essay like from August into September, like until early September. I wrote the essay. I filled out the basics of the Common App, like what major I was gonna major in, my like date of birth, my all that information, like where I live, what class I took, all the activities I partaked in, and all that. So basically, I had the basic part of the Common App and the essay finished, and then I went on to doing like the colleges, like the supplements for the college, and all. Like the colleges was like what major you want to major in. Have you ever been like arrested or convicted? Which I have not been. Have you seen me? I wouldn't survive a day in jail. Everything on the Common App ends up being very, very repetitive. It's like the same like 10 questions asked 5 different ways. And then for certain majors, like I know for Drexel I had to write like a mini paragraph of why I wanted to be part of that major. So then instead of writing a whole new paragraph, I have, like I said, like I've written some essays for certain things like NHS and to go to certain trips or whatever in the past. So I use some of those and just edit them and revamp them for the purpose of college. Because honestly, if you wrote any essays in school or for school or any school related event or scholarship or program, I suggest that you use those for your Common App essay and your essays and your supplements for schools. It's like a very specific, weird question, then you're gonna have to write a whole new essay. But if you can reuse an old essay and just revamp it and make it for that supplement, then you should. And then University of Delaware had these additional supplements like, oh, how do you see yourself at University of Delaware? What do you think, what clubs are you gonna join? What do you like about Delaware? Why do you want to come to Delaware? And supplements like that. So I kind of had to write those on the spot and everything, because I couldn't actually use an old essay for that. And Kent State was very optional for their own essays. They were just like, hey, we don't need an essay. We're just gonna look at your grades. Because even though Kent State, their like SAT and ACT acceptance scores are kind of low, they're very not selective, but it's more like it's based on your grades and that's it for certain majors. I mean, they'll look at your activities and everything, but it's mostly your grades and how well-rounded you are and like your SAT and ACT score. So they don't really care about the essay because it's based off of everything else, because it's such a big campus, so you have to decide who they do and don't let in. And then after that, I finished applying by like mid-September, so I submitted all my applications. For financial aid and scholarships, I just filled out the FAFSA the day it came out. Like October 1st, I was on that FAFSA. I completed that FAFSA later that day on October 1st. And I looked at all the websites to see, because there's like a FAFSA planning sheet that you could look at that just tells you basically like what you're gonna need for the FAFSA and like what information you're gonna need to know and fill out for the FAFSA. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was my college admissions process and like my official decision and everything. If you want more college videos, like more in-depth college videos, I can definitely do that, especially for the whole process. Kind of for myself, I learned the whole entire process basically on my own through the internet. I didn't really have anyone to help me. I mean, yeah, my guidance counselor was there, but she was kind of like, just do it, it's easy. But it wasn't easy. So yeah guys, don't forget to turn on your post bell notifications. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with all your friends. See you next time. Bye.
What you done?